Hello, this is Max the Technomancer, here continuing on with the alchemy playtesting. Don't mind me, I'm just playing with the flying machine. I love this thing. So this episode, I wanted to try and do something that I'm not sure if it's possible. And if it's not possible, I'm going to make some changes so that it is possible. What I want to try and do is I want to try and automate Eldrine. Wrong chart. This stuff, the stuff I produced some of last episode, and the reason I'm not sure, the reason I'm not sure if this is possible, is Eldrine. The way Eldrine is produced, and in fact the way all the elemental reagents you can get out of the Practitioner's Stone are produced, is very different from the way most everything else in alchemy is produced. In that you need to have the right ratio or the reaction won't occur at all. Right? And that you're meant to be able to automate this, the process of producing it, but I don't know if it is actually possible to automate it with the tools added in currently in alchemy. And if it isn't, then depending on what the specific problem is, I might either add new features or change the way it's produced so that it is possible. I'm open to either of those two things, really. So, now this is a little bit weird, because usually when I have an episode, when I'm automating something during the episode, usually I have a sort of basic idea on how I'm going to do it. And I just said that I'm not even sure if it's possible to automate, period. So as you can tell, I don't have a plan on how to automate this. I'm sort of going to wing it. And we'll see if this works. Let me just clean up my inventory and we'll start doing this. I just realized I wanted to put some stuff in a shulker box for cleaning up my inventory, and I wanted to dye a shulker box red, so let's see if I can get a red flower while on a flying machine at night while surrounded by creepers without getting exploded. I just feel like this is a fun, not delusion. I mean, it's sort of delusional. It's a delusional thing to do. It's sort of a fun diversion. That is the word. Come on. Come on. This should be am I skilled enough to do this? Come on. Come on. No! Oh. Ah, crap. Got the machine. Got the flying machine. Good, it's still here. Okay, well, I got the tulip. Okay. Note to self, make reaction vessels cheaper. Yeah, I renamed, by the way, this used to be the reaction chamber. I've renamed all the stuff to be less weird names. Look at this. I mean, it's so expensive in metal. Yeah, I should make that cheaper. Note to self. Alright, shall we set up about this task then, that I have no idea how to actually perform? Oh, one last thing I need. A source of electricity. Let's see where to put this. I mean, these... I left this thing sort of charging the atmosphere up, just as I could. We're only at 0.8%. Just for now... You know what, I'll make a second one of these attenuators. That's the new name. They're not hard to make. Hold on. Alright, let's use these newly renamed atmospheric attenuators as a way to do what it's really meant to do, which is wirely transmit forge energy. So I don't need to run like Tesla coils all the way over from there, so we can work over here. Oop. Let's elevate this a few blocks just in case. I really have no idea how I'm going to do this. I really don't know if this is possible or not. There we go. It's softly hissing. Actually, my audio is up a bit high. Alright. Softly hissing as it keeps the chamber electrified. Are we legitimately producing electricity slower than this thing makes it? It uses it. Really? That does not sound right. I mean, look at this thing. It's going swoop-de-swoop constantly, practically. Hold on. Hold on. Looks at this. Number is clearly going up, and it's around 84,000. Goes over here. Oh, yeah, I was looking at the wrong number. I was looking at the charge in this thing as opposed to the charge in the atmosphere. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright, we're good. We're good. So, okay, how are we going to do this? So to make Voltus, we need phlostogen and adamant in about equal parts. Just trying to think how to pull this up. And if we were to look at the chart, there's nothing particularly near Eldrine. Like, if we trace out the path around the edge here, Eldrine is the only thing between adamant and phlostogen, so we don't have to so as long as those are the only two ingredients, and we don't mix any aether in, we don't have to worry about accidentally making something else, right? Like, we don't have to worry about accidentally making stasisol or something, right? So that greatly simplifies things, actually. Now let's see. Eldrine's a liquid, adamant is a solid, phlostogen is a gas. That's a problem. And of course, the practitioner stone is a solid. However, this can be boiled and melted and whatnot. We could make it what would probably make sense is to keep the chamber above 350 degrees, but then cool the output down to around room temp with a cooling coil. Alright, yeah, that makes sense. Just grab my... Really, is this my last Maxwell's Demon? I need to make another batch of these. Or just use them more efficiently. Alright, let me get some... Oh, I forgot heat limiters and stuff. Alright, so I'm keeping the chamber at about 370 degrees. I just picked a temperature above boiling for Eldrine. And now, let's say... It's in here, isn't it? Yep, of course it is. Gonna need my conduits as well. Sure. Let's say... Ooh, I'm gonna want this side. Let's say I'm inserting my, No, what am I doing? I need more space for this. See, in case you're ever wondering how it is that I always seem to know what I'm doing when I'm assembling complex systems and seemingly designing it on the fly, it's quite simple. I'm not designing it on the fly. Like, I've not made diagrams or anything, but I've thought about the problem well enough before I start building that I know what it's gonna look like. And in this case, I haven't done that. So, yay! Alright, this is going to be the adamant input. We want to limit it so that we don't put in too much by mistake and fill the chamber. I'm trying to think here. If we want to maintain a specific ratio, is there any reason I should keep it at a specific value? Well, I think I want to go for higher, so I have a bigger margin for error. That sounds like it makes sense, doesn't it? Certainly sounds like it makes sense. I don't know if it actually makes sense. Right, so we've limited it at 16 here. And then what do we do up top? Okay, so we're going to pull out. Do I want to come up another block? Maybe. No. I don't. I don't want to come up another block. Alright, now we want to split the phlostogen out because no. We want to put the phlostogen back in. No, I've got my side. Yes, I've got this mumbling, this strange mumbling is literally how I design things. Pumps. That's the thing I need. I need pumps. Large numbers of pumps, like 4. I mean, that's not actually a large number, but it's a number that's greater than 1.
Therefore, it must be large. QED. Mathematics. With the Technomancer, yes. Sure. Let's make 2 times a large number, which is a very big number. Don't worry, I'm sane, I swear. I'm mostly joking, don't worry. I know how numbers work, more or less. More or less, that's not worrying. Alright, so the philosophen goes up, and then we force it back. Hold on, that's one pump too many. It's a pump too far! That's almost what they said about Operation Market Garden. They said it was a bridge too far. That's what they've said, almost said it. That's bridge too far, that's what they say. It's a British saying, isn't it? Don't mind me, I'm rambling. I'm trying to sound less insane than less distracted and completely focused in this one task of making this thing work than I really am. Unfortunately, the only effect, I really am that distracted and whatnot, so it's just having the effect of making me seem really insane. But it's probably fine. Yeah. Did I already use all of my alchemical crystal? Am I out? Well, this is a terrible thing to do to someone, making them run out of alchemical crystal in the middle of a project. Right in the middle as well. Couldn't have waited until the very end. Okay, I'm gonna spawn in a stack. Right? Because I'm like so engrossed in Game Hood D. I don't want to like stop working on this just to go make a batch of alchemical crystal. But after this, I will legit make a ton of alchemical crystal, and then for balance purposes, I'll then delete a stack of the newly made batch. Right? So it's like I'm borrowing from myself with 0% interest. It's a pretty good loan. It's perfectly balanced. It's a very balanced loan. Disconnect. You go that way, that way, you go. So that'll bring the philosophen back in. Ooh, but I need a flow limiter. Can't forget that ever so crucial component. Wrong component. One of these things. This thing, yes! Okay, you, and then we need to configure you to 16. Alright. Wunderbar. Oh shoot, I need the underside of it. Who shot me? Was it you, horse? Yeah, that's a donkey. Also, donkeys can't shoot you. Oh, no, it's you. That makes more sense. Goodbye. Although... yeah, I'll just move this too. Decision-making noises. Breaks block, immediately replaces it. Wait, no, I needed that, because that's what the... Louder decision-making noises. Okay, move this. Right, hold on. Hold on, I've got it. I've got an idea. I do have an idea. I think it defaults to 16, by the way, so there's no need for me to go wrenching through all the options. But, just in case, you know, I'm wrenching through all the options anyway. You know what, I don't actually know. Can this thing draw from it directly? I should really know this. Oh, crap. This has happened. I'm sorry, what? I definitely did not have access to 1000 adamant. Thank you very much. Dupe bug. That's what we call a dupe bug. I need to go looking into the flow limiter. It appears changing the mode on that thing while it's placed in the world and got chemical in its bum, that's a technical term, is a really bad idea. Like, really bad idea. As in, I'm actually surprised. What? I'm gonna, don't worry, off camera, I'm going to investigate that. Very much so. Oh, look at that temperature as well. Oh, Jesus, banana. Right, Right, okay. Yeah, that thing needs some re-coinking and under the hood. Again, coinking. Technical term. There's a gas behind me, isn't there? There's a gas. Wait, no, I had two of these. Well, I've lost a lot of adamant trying to balance the amount of adamant, and there we go. There is a gas behind me because I never cleaned up all of that hellness, did I? It's not gonna hit, is it? It's not gonna hit. It didn't hit. Peekaboo! Please die. Go away. You especially go away. Oh, no, it didn't despawn. It just got out of render distance. Come on, die, please. Though I guess a ghast is already dead, isn't it? Or it's not a ghost, it's a ghast. What the heck is a ghast? It's a flying ghost squid is what it is. Doesn't really make any sense. Just hold still. Actually, I say hold still. Can you fly towards the path of the arrow, maybe? That would be ideal. Just, I need to kill this thing, because otherwise it's going to come back when I least expect it and blow a hole in everything. There we go. How is that an alliance? Oh! Oh, that's right, that's none of the new advancements. It doesn't understand that it spawned here naturally. Alright. There we go. I don't care about the tier. What need do I have for a gas tier? This chamber is still completely full of glitchy adamant that never should have been. Empty? Yeah, empty. Very good. Right? No adamant. Good. Okay. I will definitely look into flow limiters off camera. Like, after this episode. That's gonna be a thing that happens. Definitely gonna be a thing that happens. Because they're definitely borked, and I now have video evidence that they're borked. You know, just in case I need to prove it to myself. Also, that statement may have sounded like a joke, but it's not entirely a joke. There have been cases where I've witnessed bugs. I know I've witnessed bugs, and then I immediately am unable to reproduce it at all under any circumstance, and so I say, wait, am I just crazy? Did I hallucinate that bug 10 minutes ago? Because it's definitely not here now. Yeah, that's a thing that happens way more often than I'd like to admit. Except I guess I am admitting it. But yeah. Anyway. That's a tangent. Anyway, I had this whole plan related to moving this block, and now I can't remember why I needed to move it. Why did I move it? Something over here. Yes. I got distracted by a ghast, and my flow limiters being definitely broken. You. Hold on, so you connect there, and then you go around that way, and you have to go in that direction. You know what, I'm gonna bring this up another block. I specifically said it didn't need to bring it up another block. I was wrong. You heard it here first, folks. I was wrong. Made a mistake. Definitely needed to bring this up another block. Falling off things, part 2 of 12. And you go in that way, and you go in that way. And then, so that's up, and this is down, and I'm stating the obvious again. Alright, so this is the stuff we were trying to make is going to come out of this line, and so that goes into a vessel that's sort of the old one with fluid adamant. I don't care about, because it's adamant, and I have like loads of it in a chest. Alright. This might work. Maybe. Wait, I don't have an input for full oxygen. I need an input. Just literally a vessel hooked up to that line. Just a storage vessel. That moment when you realize you're out of storage vessels. Oh no. Hold on. We make a storage vessel of the crystal variety. Need a bit of salt. Why did I put salt in that recipe? I honestly can't remember. There was a reason. And then I don't remember that reason, so it probably wasn't a good reason, so I could probably just remove that salt from the recipe. I don't know. Maybe I should leave it in, maybe I shouldn't. Anyway. Input for phlostogen. Input for adamant. We've got adamant. We're going to put in a little more. Oh no. I hear a ghast. Alright. Another thing I'm going to do between episodes, use a load of aether to turn all that hell that I created last episode into a plains biome so that we don't keep getting ghasts. Why aether? Because aether is particularly cheap and we have loads of it. I mean, I could just use, whatchamacallit, I forget the name of the, never mind. Alright, so in theory, if I just pour this bottle into here, we should start getting the stuff that I'm trying to produce, Eldrine, that's the word, in this tank. Let's try. Nothing's happening at all. Oh, because I didn't wrench one of the connections. Yeah, that would help. Alright, that's an important thing. Oh, and I didn't put the bloody stone in. Yeah, that would also help. Alright, we've got Eldrine in here. Why is it not coming out the son of a bing, ba-ding, ding, da-da-da. It's clean language. The tube is clogged with phlostogen. Too busy moving phlostogen. Actually, should they be removing phlostogen and aether-based? Oh, I removed that, didn't I? And then forgot to put it back. Found a bug. It's working as it used to be intended, but then I changed my mind on how tubes worked and never changed it back. See, it used to be tubes would remove whatever would be in this chamber would come up that was allowed to go up. And the tube would pull out like a certain amount of phlostogen and a certain amount of Eldrine based on how much there was of each. But right now what it does is first it tries to extract as much as possible the first thing in the list, and that's phlostogen. And then after that it tries the Eldrine. So phlostogen has priority over Eldrine when really this machine requires it to be a mix. That's a bug. So yeah, the things we learn. Ding. Oh, the Eldrine's out now, though. Yes, okay. By adding a big tank buffer, though, we can make this work. But still, buff. A buff bug that I need to fix. Buff that I need to fix. I need to fix the buff. The buff is too powerful. The world just can't handle the buff. Oh, no, this machine absolutely does not work. Because I put in a load of adamant, and then now phlostogen is being removed and inserted at the same rate, so it's staying in a constant number. And we need a specific other number other than 5.99. Thinking noise. Oh, right. Can't wrench it while it's running. Absolutely cannot wrench it while it's running. No, I need to fix that bug. Okay. Well, we're past 20 minutes, so I'm going to end the video here. Between episodes, I'm going to fix a whole lot of bugs that I really should have known about by now. You'd think by now I'd have known about the limiter conduit bug, but apparently I didn't. So, that's getting fixed. As is the behavior of tubes, and hopefully once both of those are fixed, I will be able to off-camera get this machine working. And if not, I may have to make some changes to how things like Eldrine are produced. Goodbye.